Business Focus, brought to you by KCB. KCB, making the difference.
The building and construction industry has been changing over time. This has seen several unique innovations being introduced into the market, a phenomenon that has also seen several entrepreneurs presented with unique business modules. This is our focus tonight. Good evening and welcome to KTN Business Focus, the only business magazine in East Africa that showcases entrepreneurial successes in their best of creativity. My name is Doreen Biira. Here's what's coming up tonight. We highlight the latest innovations in construction through a story of an entrepreneur constructing fabricated houses. We bring you the benefits of construction waffles and also tell you how to make them. And in the regional markets, we look at the latest roofing innovations by talking to an expert from Tile and Carpet Limited. We do welcome your feedback on our email address bf@standardmedia.co.ke or SMS number 8041. Remember, you can also reach us on our social media platforms, that's on Twitter and on Facebook. Now, let's do business. Unlike many businesses that have got a slim market, the metal fabrication industry focuses on a wide market and also plays a significant role in growing a customer base. Tonight on Business Beyond Limits, we feature an entrepreneur who is making a significant contribution in the building and construction industry. Building a house is such an expensive venture, and this fact has created a perception that building is reserved for the lucky few. However, modern days have seen the introduction of new affordable ways of constructing homes, giving the middle and lower class citizens an opportunity to be homeowners. Here in Nairobi, we come across Stephen Kihara, an entrepreneur running a metalwork business. He tells us that his passion for business dates back to his old days in college. He always had an interest in metalwork, and he swore to himself that one day he shall do something unique through metalwork. True to this, he left formal employment a few years ago to establish a metal fabrication business, a venture he funded with his accumulated savings.
I started here in 1989, but there before I was employed for about 15 years in the industry area. But I still had an urge of doing on my own. So I started here in 1989, but I was doing windows, doors, but still there was that urge of doing something more challenging.
Backed by his educational knowledge in building and construction, Kihara was able to excel in his metal fabrication, and he has since grown the business to impressive level.
When I was employed, my focus was not to be employed throughout my life. My focus was, can I be able to do it on my own? And that's how I had come to Juakari. Yeah. Although people call it Juakari, you know, people have that misconception because it's Juakari, then things are not very good. But I think you have seen it for yourself, the way the job you are doing.
But what is unique with his company is the house fabrication. One would wonder where this exceptional idea came from.
Before, what we used to do was to weld it on site. And then I started, there was one time the city council said, no, these kiosks are harboring. You know, we had kiosks and then we had extensions. So the city council said, no, we don't want the extensions. So they had to be pulled down. That's where I started thinking, all right, I have to go and pull down all these kiosks, and I have to involve my guys because, and sometimes we used to be busy and I don't want to just leave the work and go just to pull down a kiosk for an extension. So that's when I started thinking, why don't I think of a way I can do it in a way, if somebody wants to do it, he can even do it for himself.
He initially started with the fabrication of kiosks, but later identified a growing demand in homes, thus expanding the operations to accommodate homes.
Basically what we do is like you come as a customer and then we discuss with you what you really need in terms of your house, in terms of the rooms and the size of the rooms. And then I can take it from there. I can do a sketch for you. If we agree, then I give you a quotation.
The quotation will cover both the cost of material as well as labor. Materials are sourced from local market and the house is fabricated according to specifications on one location with all elements factored in. Windows, doors, and other elements are fixed here. When the construction is complete, the house is dismantled into portable pieces and transported for reassembling in the intended construction location. When the reassembling is complete, one will not be able to point out that the house was not originally built there. This being a relatively new idea, what is its economic viability?
It is. It can be economically viable. One of the reasons is, for example, this one can go for about 680,000. Yeah, it might sound a little bit more, but it isn't because this is a house which can stay for quite some time. It's not something which you're going to put and then after 3 years it's down or out. So, and I know, considering 600,000 is not very much. People can be able to squeeze. Considering a house like this one can go to about even 3 million if you do it out of stone and sand. And most of the time when you are doing it far and you are not there, the cost of the house most of the time goes up because you are not there, so you are not able to control your materials and the guys on site. Most of the time they cheat you. Yeah, so that's why I'm coming in to help those guys.
Like in other businesses, challenges are many, but Steven tells us that challenges are part of any success story.
There's another way of doing your house. A house like this one can stay even more than 50 years. So it's not something you're going to build today and then after some time. Because I find most of the people coming and say, I want a house, but it's something I want to just keep for now before I build my dream house, which is okay. But even this one, you can do it. You can plaster the outside, you can do the inside very nicely. So that in terms of the appearance, the outside you can put some chicken mesh wire and then you plaster it.
And what does he have to say to young entrepreneurs?
Young guys have to understand that there's nothing for nothing. You have to work. You don't get something out of nothing. You just sit down and then you get some money. You have to work for it. Me too, I started very far. I started by being employed. I started saving a little bit. And then I bought my first machine, which have really given me the other machines. Right now I've got about 7 welding machines. I started with a small one, as I was telling you before. Yeah, but and this is it.
Now, in the Emerging Enterprises, we highlight a waffle making company and review the business viability of this project. Also, what you need to know when starting one. You are definitely going to love this one. Well, this and more is coming up after the break. Don't go too far.
KCB has developed innovative products and services that target to bridge the housing deficit in urban centers. The KCB Home Loans offer a number of solutions, namely loans to buy already built residential houses, loans to construct residential houses, and loans to buy residential plots. The KCB Home Loans are flexible and offer affordable repayment period. For any homeowner, security is very critical. This is the main reason why many homeowners fit state-of-the-art security and surveillance systems. According to Peter Omwinya Maina, the CEO of Clean Home Security Services, he has been able to establish a home security service company through the support of KCB. Clean Home Security provides home security service that is reliable and cost-effective.
Currently, we're involved in private security. We started in the year 2003. We're actually doing our 10 years this year. We're involved in guard services. We're involved in alarms, CCTV, access control, electric fence, and all solutions related to security services.
The KCB Home Loans offer customers flexible terms for construction loans, long repayment period of up to 25 years, and even retrenchment cover for employed persons.
KCB has been helpful in our development of the business. Remember, times when we have gotten stuck, we've gone to them and asked for money, borrowed money from them. They have given us their solutions, and we don't stop talking to them. Anytime we have an issue, we'll go to them and they will give us a solution to our issues.
The KCB Home Loans proposition offers services beyond financing and purchase of a home. It covers customers with tailor-made advice on home security and surveillance service providers. The KCB Group is the largest bank in East Africa with an asset base of 369.5 billion shillings and has a presence in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi and Southern Sudan.
The traditional use of concrete slabs for construction in story buildings is slowly being replaced by newer technologies. Among these new technologies is the construction waffle. This is a precast concrete element that provides a framework for construction of lightweight reinforced concrete floors for domestic and even educational buildings. Waffle technology was introduced in Kenya about 6 years ago. In Ruiru, we come across two young men involved in waffle making. Even though the company they work for was started a few years ago by an expatriate, the activity seems to excite them a lot. Bernard is the site manager here and he helps us understand how waffles are made. Waffle making requires sand, concrete, cement, water, oil as well as the right manufacturing kits such as plastic or metal molds.
Kitu ya kwanza unapima kama ni mchanga wilibaro moja moja, ballast moja moja, alafu na ile kiwango ile cement yenye unaweka ukishakoroga ikishakuwa tayari, basi unaekelea kwa wheelbarrow, unaweka kwa mold, unaweka hiyo waya, unaweka frame, sasa unaitengeneza.
In the mold, a powered vibrator is used to do the final mixing. It is then shaped to the desired pattern. Still on its mold, the waffle is left to set for at least 1 day before demolding.
Ukishamaliza kuitoa, lazima uitreat. Naiweka mahali penye unajua utaenda kuitreatia.
After the water treatment, the waffle is left for at least 2 weeks before it is used. At this site, only the standard sizes of waffles are made. The size and style of the waffle depends on the mold design. This site manufactures up to 200 waffles a day, but this is highly dependent on the number of manufacturing molds available as well as the workforce. Waffles are made at prices ranging from 1,200 to 1,500 depending on the size. Bernard tells us that the technology has been relatively welcomed in Kenya as indicated by the sales.
Customer anakuja anakosa kuja, lakini wakiwa naweza uliza hata 1,000 na ama 2,000 na ukiwa chini unauza kama 200 na.
Waffles are easy to make and they do have a myriad of advantages. They are lightweight, aesthetically beautiful, and the cost of production is reduced by 40% when compared with the traditional slabs.
Ile ya kitambo, for example, unaweza kuwa unataka kutumia chuma 200. Ndio? Hii itareduce hizo chuma 200, unaweza tumia 46 pieces. Nategemea na nyumba yenye utakuwa unajenga. Inaweza reduce mpaka chuma zikuwe 46. Na iko cheaper kwa sababu ama vile ina reduce cost ni hivi. Zile chuma ungetumia hiyo inapunguza. Zile mbao ungetumia kuishikilia inapunguza.
This project has helped these young men, giving them an honest way to earning their living.
Tunasaidika nayo. Unajua hii ni Kenya. Yenyewe hii kampuni imesaidia sana. Imesaidia vijana wengi na bado inasaidia. Ukiangalia wale vijana wameandikwa kwa hii kampuni ya Kizuri ni wengi na wamesaidika. Na wengi unajua wako na job kama mimi mmoja wao. Sikuwa na job. Yesu unaona sipagui job wala sisemi nataka ya usafi. Kazi nika.
Building trends today suggest that a house is not a house without tiles laid over its roof. In the regional market segment today, we review the latest innovations in the building industry. We speak to an expert from Tile and Carpet Limited. The use of roofing tiles in construction is traced to the post-independence times, but over time the styles of the roofing tiles has been constantly changing. Tile and Carpet Center here in Nairobi is a household company making a great contribution to the building and construction sector.
We started off back in the 1960s. We started off as a textile shop. It's a family-owned business. Over the years, we've tried to innovate and come up with new products to cater for the market. We have now started off with tiles, sanitary ware, and now have gone into manufacturing. In line with Vision 2030, we're trying to get into helping promote employment here in our region and to help build our country.
The company offers a wide range of products that include bathroom accessories, soft furnishing, furniture and other several show pieces.
We've tried really hard to keep up with international standards, the new products that are coming out in the US, in Europe. We are trying to bring those trends back here to Kenya. With the new architects coming in, the new designs coming in, we are trying to accommodate for everyone's needs. So, really speaking, we have tried to benchmark ourselves to the top companies back in Europe and the US.
The company has recently ventured into manufacturing of stone-coated roofing tiles here in Kenya, a venture set to transform the building and construction industry in the country.
We actually started this venture back in April. These are the new technology lightweight roofing solutions that people have been using in the country over the last 5 to 7 years. Primarily it has been imported into the country. There are fairly big players in the market who've been importing from New Zealand, from China, from South Korea. Being in the industry, we have seen the demand for these tiles. In fact, we ourselves used to import these tiles, and we've decided to manufacture them here in Kenya in line with Vision 2030. We have invested a large sum to bring up the infrastructure, to bring up the factory in Athi River. We have invested in state-of-the-art technology from South Korea. We bring in raw materials from Italy, from South Korea, to make sure that we're producing a premium product here at home to cater for the market. We're the number 3 manufacturer in the entire continent, and we're the first manufacturer in the whole East African region.
This generation of roofing tiles brings a wide range of advantages as compared to the standard clay roofing tiles which have been widely used. Its manufacturing in Kenya is set to lower its cost, thus reducing the cost of building.
Well, stone-coated roofing tiles are basically a replacement of the traditional roofing tiles, and this helps substantially in terms of the cost of structure because they're a lot lighter, so you need a lighter structure, you need less foundation, bringing your construction costs a lot lower. These are much more faster to install, hence bringing the labor costs down as well. Tactile, we offer 3 different profiles. We have the shake profile, we also have the classic profile, which is the standard profile that we do, and we also have the premium shingle profile. We're offering it in 18 different colors. So again, you can have a different look of a roof with 18 different colors, as opposed to the traditional roof that gives you a brick red effect and the standard look throughout.
And with that, we've come to the end of tonight's KTN Business Focus. Always remember that the road to success is always under construction. For any of your views, comments and suggestions, do drop us an email on bf@standardmedia.co.ke or SMS us on 8041. And in case you have any further suggestions, you can also reach us on social media, that is on Twitter and on Facebook. From the entire KTN team and myself, we're saying thank you all for watching. And until next Thursday, good evening and God bless.
Business Focus, brought to you by KCB. KCB, making the difference.